on top of the world, about to jump above it. Take it straight to the moon, 'cause we know how to rock it. Ain't no thing you can do, ain't no way to stop it. Now you're feeling it too, let's get it started. Throw your hands in the air while the beat is dropping. Acting like you don't care when everybody's watching. Just keep whipping your hair like, yeah, you got it. Yeah, you're feeling it too, let's get it started. I'm ready, ready. Let's get it, get it. I'm ready, ready. Are you ready, ready? Let's get it started. Charts off the meter, turn it up, blow the speakers, make them more to believers. Break through the surface, tell them open the curtains, give them all what they wanted, yeah. Now let's get it started. I'm ready, ready. Let's get it, get it. Yeah, I'm ready, ready. I'm ready. Are you ready, ready? I'm ready. Let's get it started. Yeah, yeah, I'm ready, ready. Let's get it, get it. I'm ready, ready. Let's go. Are you ready, ready? Let's get it started. Let's get it started. Let's get it, get it. Let's get it started. Let's get it started. Let's get it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Give me something new. Time to break it loose. Take it to another level. Now we on the move. Shout if you coming with me. Going over the limit. On your mark, keep it steady. So tell me, are you ready? I'm ready, ready. Let's get it, get it. I'm ready, ready. Are you ready, ready? Let's get it started.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Rocket Media, Live Sim Racing TV, this is iRacing on LSRTV, and you are looking live at the virtual Cedar Lake Speedway in Wisconsin, the home of the USA Nationals in August, and tonight it is the site for the next round of round number 5. We are, yes, halfway through the season in the POWRi 410 non-wing sprint series on your home for sim race. And I am Wesley Outland. By the way, we want to thank our sponsors, as always, that make it happen. I know I tried to mention it before and off the air. Indy Race Parts, also Tim Sims, Dirt Track Simulators, and Elite Performance Industries. I am Wesley Outland. You saw the little information ticker down there on the bottom. Of course, also Charles Wooten is in the production chair. I'm always solo every Thursday night. And it's hard to believe we're halfway through the season. We're 5 races in, 5 races to go after this evening here at Cedar Lake Speedway. And this should be a quick show for you on this St. Patty's Day. Hey, by the way, you can't pinch me or Charles because we're not wearing green. We are wearing green. You see it on the bottom of that little timer ticker there, the green. So happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody if you celebrate the luck of the Irish. Let's take a look at the race information calendar on the bottom left of the monitor for tonight. Practice sessions ongoing now. Lone qualifying session forthcoming. Then we'll have heat races, a main if necessary. And tonight's race around the Cedar Lake Speedway and Wisconsin virtually is a 35-lap feature. The ML Performance weather conditions on the bottom right. Taking a look at that, we'll show air temp at 78, track temp at 72. The track looks like it's going to be nice and tacky starting off and dry slick by the time the night rolls on. 2 miles per hour wind speed, partly cloudy conditions. So again, there is the tell of the tape. That's the way it's all going down. We're looking forward to giving it to you. It's been a fun 4 weeks leading up to tonight at Cedar Lake. And then we're down to the final 5 races of the regular season. And yes, this is a real racetrack in Cedar Lake, Wisconsin. Cedar Lake Speedway, a beautiful facility up in the Midwest United States, and in the just an awesome track nestled in Wisconsin in the Cheese State. And if you ever get a chance to, man, check it out. And we'll be ready to get things set to go here. So, watching these drivers working around the racetrack, and making laps. Obviously, right now, this is just our shakedown sessions. So, got quite a field of drivers here tonight. Obviously, Jacob Denny is here. Honey Conley in the number 8 machine. Ryan Caldwell. Skylar Brown in the number 10. Of course, the POWRi 410 non-wing sprint series. Dylan Yeager, Craig Sherman. And, of course, everybody is going to be gunning for, the man that's dominated the last couple of weeks, winning on the series. And I actually have not seen him pop in the box yet to go, which is actually very surprising because everybody is right now. He's won back-to-back races. And, of course, he's not actually in practice right now. So I actually find that very, very surprising. But we'll have to keep an eye on that and see if he does pop in here. Obviously, there's still talking about, I believe it's Logan Rumsey. Logan Rumsey out of Manchester, Pennsylvania, who picked up the win last week and the week before, and he's not here. Where are you, Logan? With that being said, we're ready to go with qualifying here in just a couple of moments. Yes, it is right now. Flaming number 8 machine. Hunter Conley on the racetrack. Hunter Conley in the number 8 C entry at Sellersville, Pennsylvania, the 25-year-old in his Toyota. We'll see what kind of lap he puts down here around Cedar Lake Speedway. First lap is going to be 0.310 seconds from the pole. 13.213 on lap number 2. 13.213 seconds. That's 0.412 seconds from the pole. As right now, Jacob Denny has it. Chase McDermott is up now. Chase McDermott is our next qualifier. So what kind of lap times he puts down. I understand he's got a GoPro camera rocking and rolling for Chase McDermott. And watching him work around the racetrack right now. Will he improve on lap number 2? Oh, well, he killed it. Yeah, he just killed it coming off the 4th turn. So that's going to hurt his second lap. My goodness. So his first lap will be his best. And it's still in the top 13. 14.412, 14.42. Dylan Yeager in the house. The young man, Dylan Yeager. I always enjoy watching him. He's a talent. Came some close to winning the other night. Led most of the way. Of course, Dylan Yeager. We'll see what he can do tonight. Dylan Yeager out of Hamilton, New Jersey, the 17-year-old for Victory Lane Racing Team VLR competitor. Here comes Craig Sherman now on the racetrack. The driver out of Belmore, Nova Scotia, Wisconsin. Nova Scotia. And the 49-year-old in the Chevrolet, number 72. We'll see what he can turn. Craig Sherman, 72. He'll finish up with his best lap. He's not going to finish second lap, and he will turn a 13.13. 13.06 is his best lap. 13.06. So it looks like right now, Austin Simmelman is the last car to take time, but I don't know if he's going to take one or not. Qualifying looks done. 12.79. Jacob Denny is the fast man, and we're going to step away in just a moment. This is iRacing on LSRTV and the POWRi 410 non-wing sprint series.
This is our series,
So many different pieces that you have to watch out for.
where the stakes are always higher,
$300,000.
where virtual meets reality,
How bad do you want it?
They're wasting no time getting at it.
where the best thrive and the flawless win. This is the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series.
Welcome back to coverage of round number 5 of the POWRi 410 9-Wing Sprint Series on your home for sim racing. iRacing on LSRTV. I'm Wesley Outland. Hey, want to send a big shout out to a buddy of mine from the USCS Sprint Car Series, and he's a big fan of midgets and sprint cars. He's a former sprint car racer himself. Mr. Jim O'Shields is tuning into the broadcast coverage. They're getting ready for their big race at the North Alabama Speedway this upcoming weekend in Tuscumbia, Alabama. Yes, it's out in BFE. I promise you, I've been there before. I hope they have a great show. In addition to that, some other people to give some shout outs to. Hello to John Pritchard. And if you're tuning into the chat box and you want me to give you a shout out as well, I will be happy to do so. I'm Wesley Outland. We're getting ready now for the first of 2 heat races. 2 heat races will then set the field for a 35-lap feature. Going to be a short show tonight, might I add. Short show, a very quick show. And we're not going to waste any time at all to get things started. So, again, thanks to everybody for being here. Field is getting gridded. We're ready to go now with the starting lineup. Jacob Denny on the pole in the car number 61. Jay to the outside, the number 90 of Trevor Royer, row 1. Row number 2 is going to find the driver, of course, of Craig Sherman. Craig Sherman at 72 to the outside. Craig Sylvie, the Craig and Craig row on row 2. And that's in the 7. Bruce Jones in the 17B to the outside of him. Cody Terry in 54. Row number 4 will find Hunter Connolly in the 8C. Chase McDermott by himself there in the number 12. And Austin Simpleman, shotgun on the field. So there's your lineup for heat race number 1. 8 laps. Everybody's going to the show. There's not going to be any C mains, B mains, just 2 heat races and a 35-lap A main feature for tonight. Big thanks to Keith Bradley and the Animal out of Lawrenceburg, Indiana, for being the promoter of this event, along with Charles Wooten. This event is sanctioned by POWRi. Thanks to POWRi. Remember, they fire their season up, believe it or not, next weekend. Firing up there for the 2022 racing season. And, of course, if you'd like to know more about iRacing or if you'd like to get involved in iRacing, go to iRacing.com. And, of course, when you're doing that, check out at LSRTV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, at iRacing, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. And check out the new Live Sim Racing TV. Well, they were waiting for a couple of people to roll here. Now they're finally going to give the call sign to let the pace truck roll at Cedar Lake. Understanding that Royer has backed out. He is not going to start in the heat. He'll probably start shotgun on the field. Trevor Royer, number 90, is not going to take the green flag in this heat race. So Trevor Royer in the number 90 machine will not start in heat race number 1. He will probably tag the back of the A main coming up here later tonight. Well, with that all said, the field is set. We're ready to bring them on here and get this race started. Heat race number 1. Lights will go off for the pace car, or the pace truck this time by. Hey, by the way, don't forget, coming up tonight, 11:15 Eastern time, join us for coverage from Richmond. Round number 2 of the Northwest Racing Series trucks. Samuel Tire and myself on the call. Green flag in the air. We're ready to go in heat number 1. 8 laps of distance. The back straightaway they go with Denny out in front. Denny will pull away. He'll stay to the inside of the racetrack. Sylvie and Sherman will battle on the fluff on the outside of the cushion of the workout of 4. There's 3 wide. Now they battle on the inside. Sherman is there. Sherman will went from door to bottom. He goes after Sylvie. Sylvie nowhere there. Almost bounding off the wall is going to be the number 7 of Sylvie. Sylvie with contact in that elite tree falling back. Sherman will capitalize and go to the number 2 spot. Meanwhile, Denny is still out in front. They're coming to the line. There'll be 6 laps to go. 2 laps in. Denny is the leader right now. Sherman and Sylvie going out of there number 1 and 2 to 3rd. Back behind him is McDermott all the way shotgun to the field along with Jones. Terry Simpleman. All these cars are going to the A main right now later on tonight. Sylvie to the inside. He'll size up McDermott. McDermott will battle back and power to the inside as well. Working their way. We got a caution to the speedway. Yellow flag is out. I would like to send a special hello. Because we're at Cedar Lake tonight, I sent her this invite link, Charles, to the broadcast of iRacing. She's new to iRacing. Hello to Rachel Anderson, a longtime sponsor of close to a decade at the Cedar Lake Speedway. And she's shocked, Charles. She says, and I quote, "I'm loving this. I'm confused. Cedar Lake is still covered in snow and ice. How can this be explained? It's iRacing. It is a, what would you say? It is a laser. It's a virtual simulator. It is a laser scan virtual simulator copy of the real racetrack, Rachel. So basically, iRacing went to Cedar Lake Speedway as well as all the other tracks across America. They laser scan copy the track, and then they put it onto a simulation. And she's just excited. She heard her shout out. So Rachel Anderson, we hope you enjoy the show. There you go. And if you'd like to know more information, you go to iRacing.com. And yes, Cedar Lake Speedway not only has 410 wings non-sprints tonight with the POWRi series, we've done late models, we've done modifieds, big block modifieds. We're back to green flag here in heat number 1. Up in the fluff on the outside lane is Denny. There you go, right into the board with the leader on the left front wing. Here he goes, the left front wheel. Powering up the fluff off of turn 4. Down to the straightaway. We're halfway home, 4 down and 4 to go. Back straightaway. Look at him pulling away. Denny out in front in his own world. Sherman to the number 2 spot. Silva to third. McDermott now climbing up to the number 4 position. Everybody's going to go to the feature race. 3 laps to go now. Make it 2 to go. The bullhorns are up here on the flag stand. Battle going on with Sherman and Sylvie. McDermott. Yes, line job on the inside. Here comes McDermott. Powers up in front of Sylvie. They're side by side with one another. They come for the white flag. Bouncing off the wall in the GoPro entry. McDermott will. Meanwhile, Denny pulling away. Almost 1.5 seconds in the CRN. 1 to go. Off turn number 4. Denny will win heat race number 1. Jacob Denny winning heat race number 1. Craig Sherman second. Craig Sylvie third. 4th, we're going to chase McDermott after banging off the wall in the GoPro entry, followed by Bruce Jones, Hunter Connolly, Trevor Royer, unable to start. Austin Simmelman as well in the back also. So when it's all said and done, Denny gets it done. In heat race number 1, the driver out of Galloway, Ohio, the 17-year-old Jacob Denny. We're ready now for heat race number 2. By the way, the starting lineup grid presented by Team 126 Racing, and we're ready to go now in heat number 2. Dylan Yeager, the other 17-year-old, ready to go from Hamilton, New Jersey, in the number 48 machine for Team VLR. To the outside, Vinny Sansone in the 80. Row 2 will find the 45 of Todd Brandt, Shane James in 1J. Row number 3. We'll find Ryan Codwell in the number 4, Skylar Brown in the number 10. Row 4 tonight, Benjamin Hickman in the G6. To the outside, Brenton Hobson in 88. And shotgun on the field, there's your lineup. Another 8-lap heat race, and then we have a 35-lap Bay Main feature. One of the quickest nights this evening here at the Cedar Lake Speedway. Wonder where the cars are, man. Only we get close to 30-plus entries every week. I hate we're down to only close to 20 cars. I think it might be because of, it might have been March Madness, or like what Rachel was thinking, there's snow and ice on the track. So Rachel says that's awesome. My kids were listening, and now they think I'm a pretty cool mom. There you go. Thank you, Rachel. We're ready to go. Cedar Lake Speedway, they fire up in the end of April and May. The home of the USA Nationals. Green flag of the year. We're ready to go here in heat number 2. Everybody's going to the show. Phil works their way back in the corner of 1 and 2. Dylan Yeager on in front. Hamilton, New Jersey native, 17 years old in the victory lane race and entry. Oh, that one in the wall. Hickman, James Hobson, and it's James in the fence. He puts the 1J to the infield grass. We'll stay green, no harm, no foul. Only one man out of that one-man band, and it's James, and everyone else will stay green on the racetrack. Yeager, Sansone, Brandt, Brown, 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's the way they work you across the start-finish line this time. By it'll be 5 laps to go, 3 in. You're on board with Vinny Sansone, reeling in your leader. Dylan Yeager staying on the inside of the racetrack. He's catfishing on the bottom. Everyone else is up in the Angels Expressway, up in the cushion. He works his way down to the inside. Is Yeager outside, Sansone halfway home, 4 down, 4 to go. Sansone in the wall. He lost just a little momentum and he got back in it again. Nothing wrong with bouncing that right rear off the concrete sometimes. Sometimes that'll help you. Too hard, and it'll take you out of contention. Look at that slider in the crossover there between Brandon Brown. Heatwave Designs entry number 10, the yellow number 10 of Skylar Brown on the outside. The crossover now by Brandt. More sliders on out of white crystal or a crystals if you're from the south, for that matter. Sansone in the lead. Jaeger second. Brown and Brandt going at it for the lead. Here you go. White flag of the air. Sierra in one to go. Final time. Heat number 2. Jaeger, Sansone, outside lane. He's there. He's there on the outside. Has he got the run? He goes on the top side. He clears Jaeger out of turn 4. Checkered flag. And Dylan Jaeger will have to settle for second. Vinny Sansone will get it done, and he will be your winner. Vinny Sansone will pick up the win. Dylan Jaeger in second spot. Skylar Brown third. Todd Brandt, Hickman, Caldwell, Hobson, and James. The rundown. So again, the driver, the number 80 machine, Vinny Sansone, getting it done here tonight in heat race number 2. And that is all of the preliminaries. Yes, sir. I told you it's going to be a fast night tonight. Vinny Sansone getting it done in heat race number 2. Quick warm-up. And then we're going 35 laps of racing at, yes, the virtual Cedar Lake Speedway in Wisconsin. We'll take a quick break. You're watching iRacing on LSRTV in the 410 POWRi non-wing sprint car series.
This is our series,
So many different pieces that you have to watch out for.
where the stakes are always higher,
$300,000.
where virtual meets reality,
How bad do you want it?
They're wasting no time getting at it.
where the best thrive and the flawless win. This is the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series.
Back here at Cedar Lake Speedway. A quick warm-up session ongoing for the drivers of the POWRi 410 non-wing sprint series tonight, round number 5. Welcome back to coverage. I'm Wesley Outland. We have Charles Wooten in the production chair, and we are ready to go here now in just a few moments for the feature race as they are getting ready to go for a total of 35 laps. Yeah, the waterfall, man. Yeah, it's Old Faithful. Yeah, in the pits at Cedar Lake. And we're getting ready. You got Gators at Volusia. We've got up in Wisconsin, the waterfall at Cedar Lake Speedway, for sure. And I've been to that racetrack 2 times in my occasion. One time I went there for a Hell Tour race, and the other time was at the USA Nationals about 5 or 6 years ago. That's an awesome racetrack. I mean, that, you know, it just blows me away that the imagery that they do on production with iRacing, the simulation, it looks so real, just like it is in real life. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your Team 126 Racing starting lineup for the 35-lap A main feature, round number 5 of the POWRi 410 non-wing sprint series on your home for sim racing. Jacob Denny is on the pole in the number 61 J to his outside. Vinny Sansone in the number 80. They're your heat race winners. Row number 2 will find Craig Sherman of the number 72, Dylan Jaeger in the 48. You see the trend, 1, 2, 3, inside, 1, 2, 3, heat races outside. Craig Silby in the 7, Skylar Brown of the 10. Row number 4 is going to find Chase McDermott of his outside, Todd Brandt of the 45. Row number 5, top 10, Bruce Jones in the 17B, Benjamin Hickman of the G6 flying high in Wisconsin. Top 10, row 11, Row 6, I'm sorry, starting 11th. Hunter Conley in the 8th seat on the outside. Ryan Codwell in the number 4. Row 7, Trevor Royer unable to start in the heat race in the 90. Brenton Hobson in 88. 14, row 7. Row 8, Austin Simmelman in the 18. Shane James in the 1J. One to go at the line. Row number 9, Cody Terry by himself. There's your lineup. 35 laps. Cedar Lake Speedway. POWRi 410 sprints. We're ready. It's time for the LSRTV. Feel the roar at Cedar Lake, Wisconsin. We're green. Trouble, caution out of the speedway, yellow flag. Lap number 2 of 35 hit a couple of laps in, and then the yellow flag came out. Caution involving, I believe, the number 54. We'll take a look at the replay here. By the way, the replay, thinking it might be Cody Terry, unofficially. Replay, by the way, presented by Pulse Poppers Fishing Lures. And right now, also our flip count tonight is at a big fat goose egg. Unless that changed here. Oh, so close. We're watching Terry. 54. Oh, no. G6 almost got in the air. Benjamin Hickman. He didn't flip. He didn't flip. Half a flip. By the way, caution laps do not count. Want to thank our sponsors again to make this series happen, including Indy Race Parts, Tim Sims Dirt Track Simulators, and Elite Performance Industries. You'll also see all of their logos flashing on the upper left of the monitor where the scoring ticker is. And we'll get ready to try this one more time. Pace truck, you notice that it pulls up to speed and scampers to the pit lane outside turn number 1. Green flag in the air. We're back to go here at Cedar Lake. 2 in a 35. Back on the restart. Denny, the one that leads the way. He had the heat race 1 win. Vinny Sansone, heat 2 winner, getting around Yeager. They're 3 wide. Working their way around the racetrack. Sansone and Sherman and Brown. Coming off of the corner at a turn number 4. Back down the front straightaway. They go into 3. Look at Sansone up off the corner now, holding off Yeager. Yeager sideways. Yeager spins. It's a big wreck. Trouble. 2, 3, 4 cars involved. Yeager's involved. Silby's involved. The 7's involved. Watch Craig Silby. Watch Yeager and Trouble. Oh my goodness. Look at, oh, flip count. That's 2. Flip counts 2. We got 2 on their lid. McDonald and Conley, EIO, upside down off turn 4 in the front straightaway. EIO, over they go. Yes, there you go. It does rhyme. Thank you, Charles. Under the yellow flag, caution out. Still Denny leading the way. Jacob Denny out in front. Craig Sherman in second. Vinny Sansone third. Skylar Brown up 2 spots to 4th. Dylan Yeager in the top 5. Then it's Jones, Codwell, Hobson, Royer, and Simmelman. Pitting right now, Chase McDermott and Hunter Conley. And a problem earlier for Shane James. 30 laps to go. Remember, the yellow flag caution laps do not count. And we're back to green. They'll send it back speed off into the corner. Back straight away into 3. The leader Denny out in front. He's up on the top side now. Sherman and Sansone battle. Also Brown in the mix. Brown on the inside. Couple of cars getting fishtailed. Sansone getting loose. Jaeger sideways. They hold it together. We still stay green off 4. Off of 2, back straightaway going to 3. That's how fast they get around this racetrack here at the Cedar Lake Speedway. 3 and 4 wide, working back around the corner, back to 1 and 2 again. Denny and Sherman and Brown. Brown now up in the middle of the racetrack. Also, Jaeger is there. Jaeger sideways, 3 wide. In between is now Sansone, as well as Brown. And Hobson now closing in on the battle. They're trying to gang up, put him on the outside lane. 3 cars battled. One's bouncing off the fence. Hold on there. Well, up in the outside, the purple and black number 4. He opens the door. 3 wide, 4 wide. Going back into the corner into turn number 4. 10 laps and a 35. Back down the back straightaway, they go into turn number 3. The Team VLR entry under attack by Hamilton, New Jersey. Driver, that's going to be Dylan Jaeger. Jaeger now accompanied by Codwell. He's got Sansone behind him. Hobson will follow. They're all up in the fluff on the outside lane, working out of turn number 4 there, and they hold it together. Another little sideways, a little wiggle and a jiggle and a giggle and a bobble, and they hold it off the corner. Here comes out the battle. Heating up now for second. Sherman and Brown going at it now. Sherman no clear. Brown as they work on the top side. Almost taking the right rear up against the outside wall. They hold it together. Up into the outside lane as they work here at a turn number 4. Closing in on lap number 15 to 35 in a moment. Cross the stripe, 13 to 35. Denny, Sherman, Brown, Jaeger, Sansone, top 5. Back straight away they go from the fan camera view from the top of the tower. Up in the outside lane there you see the leader, Denny. He's gone. Sherman there. There's Brown to follow in the yellow number 10. Closing in on now 15 and 20 to go here. Halfway, coming up here in about another 5 more laps as well. Denny, look at that camera angle right there. They work off of 4, but the leaders are 2nd and 3rd. Sherman and Brown, Jaeger to follow, working them up on the outside lane. Notice that I mentioned how the fastest track was going to dry off. It's becoming dry, slick very quickly. And while that goes on, they'll settle their way back around here. Halfway now, just a few moments ago at the cross flags. We're now at 20 to go. Settling in at 20 laps to go. Knoxville, Lernerville, Charlotte, USA has been moved to this week. So next week it is Knoxville, Lernerville, Charlotte, Williams Grove, and Kokomo. The final remaining races on the schedule for the POWRi 410 non-wing sprint series every Thursday night for at least the next 5 weeks. With your home for sim racing, iRacing on LSRTV. Don't forget, coming up later on tonight, the Northwest Racing Series Truck Series at Richmond. Samuel Dyer and myself on the call. That'll be live on iRacing on LSRTV and on the Community Radio Network from Richmond. Round 2. Right now, round 5 rolls on. Trevor Royer, you're on board with him. He struggled in the heat race. He's trying to now redeem himself and hold off the likes of a couple of guys like Hobson and Codwell. In front of him, Simmelman, as they work their way around the corner. 16, now make it 15 laps to go when they come to the start-finish line. They're on the back straightaway now. Leaders are off 4, 15 to go. Denny leads the way. Denny out in front. There's the battle for 2nd and 3rd. Jaeger on the inside. Brown is there in the battle as well as Zimmerman and Sherman. And they're out right there. Sherman working. Denny, Jaeger, Sherman, Brown, Sansone, top 5. 14 laps to go. Down the stretch this race is tonight. Sherman bounced off the wall. Craig Sherman into the wall. Here comes Skylar Brown. He's going to follow him. Jaeger's in trouble. Dylan Jaeger's in the wall. He's in the fence. Hits the concrete with the right rear, and he's off the pace that he might have cattywampus the chassis. Caution is out for the 2nd time. Oh, bam! Dylan Jaeger into the Uke tire. Lost all that momentum. And now he'll either decide whether he wants to go to the pits and try to take some fixed time or stay in that spot and value track position down the stretch. So Danny's still the man out in front. He is leading the way. What a phenomenal job he's done here tonight. in the number 6J. So far, this feature race has been in total time 9 minutes. Still 12 laps remaining. We'll settle back in for the finish. Bring him back to green. It is now 11 laps to go. Front straightaway, here they come. And out in front with a big lead now for that driver. Denny, Sherham, Simmelman now in the mixer, 3 wide, and we got caution on the speedway with 10 laps to go. They were sticking them 3 wide coming off of turn number 4, and the yellow flag coming out again for the number 54, Terry. Caution coming out for Cody Terry again in the number 54. Upside down. Also, is that Dylan Yeager? I believe it was. Yes, it was. Dylan Yeager upside down, and the flip count is at 4. Chase McDermott, correction, he's the one that was upside down. Teammate cars to Dylan Yeager, it looks like, yellow and blue. And Chase McDermott, the one that got upside down. They might be correcting themselves. Jacob Denny out of Galloway, Ohio, still the man leading the way. I think they're wanting to check replay here and make sure. Obviously, Poppers. I believe it. No, is that Dylan Yeager? I really think it's Yeager that flipped. Or Chase McDermott. They look very close. Teammate cars here. 10 laps to go. Lights off on the pace truck. The pace truck will scamper and go to the hot pit in 1. Green flag going back in the air with 10. Now make it 9 laps to go here in the A-Main here tonight at Cedar Lake. Denny leading the way. Look at them all there, riding the outside rim off the wall. Simmelman, Brown, Royer, Sansone. Coming off the back straightaway. Now look up top side aerial coverage presented by Live Sim Racing. Denny and Sherham. Simmelman. And look at now Simmelman, Sansone, Brown, all those cars in that battle going on. This is for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. And while that goes on, 1.2 seconds for Ohio's Denny. He is pulling away. Galloway, Ohio, 17-year-old. Jacob Denny. Boom, we got one to the wall. Putting it up and putting them down. Jacob Denny still out in front. To the line, 5 to go here at Cedar Lake. In the wall, slamming the wall is Simmelman. Right rear in the wall, okay if you let it bounce and help you. You hit it too hard, you're going to have a lot of damage, and you might even wreck yourself and others. You saw that happen a moment ago with Simmelman, and he saved it. We're 5 to go. Sansone will follow, and so will Brown. Dylan Yeager is on the racetrack. That was McDermott at 12. They are a couple of teammate cars there. Look at Dylan Yeager now, trying to battle back around Sherham. He's trying to go back to 3rd. Actually, this is for 5th and 6th on the racetrack. Sherham now. Yeager going to the top 5. 2 for 1. Yeager getting around Sherham and Royer for those spots. And 3 laps to go. 3 wide. Here they come to the line. It's Denny leading the way. Jacob Denny out in front. All night long, he won his heat race. He's been the fast man. He's been in the pole and the drop of the green. Coming to the line, this time by the CRN 1 to go. We got the Northwest Racing Truck Series tonight. We are CRN.com. Baseball, softball tomorrow. Final time around to turn number 3 and 4. Ohio's Jacob Denny will soar and conquer Cedar Lake, Wisconsin tonight in round 5 of the POWRi 410 non-wing esports sprint car series. Second spot's going to go to Austin Silverman, up 13 spots to finish in second. Vinny Sansone third. Dylan Yeager got back up to 4th. Skylar Brown in the top 5. And there you see the fireworks shooting off through Old Faithful. There's your top 5. Again, as I mentioned, Denny, Simmelman, Sansone, Yeager, Brown, Trevor Royer coming back to finish in the top 10 after not making the heat race start earlier and being in the back. Britton Hobson, Craig Sherham, Benjamin Hickman, Ryan Codwell, the top 10. The rest of the rundown of 17 starters includes Cody Terry, Bruce Jones, Todd Brandt, Craig Silby, Chase McDermott, Hunter Conley, Shane James did not start the race. The flip count tonight in this A main only was 4. Coming up, we're going to grab a word with our drivers in the top 3 of Denny, Simmelman, Sansone if they're available. The finish line post-race wrap-up from Cedar Lake is next. You're watching iRacing on LSRTV.
This day is gonna be the greatest memory, making history. Let's go. You don't need no luck with that golden touch. Time to light it up. Let's go. Get ready for it. Get ready for it. Get ready for it. Yeah, this is it. Go! Yeah, this is it. This is it. Yeah, it's about to break. Got what it's gonna take. Go ahead and own that stage. Let's go. When you're made for this, yeah, it's obvious. Top another list. Let's go.
Welcome back to Cedar Lake Speedway, round number 5 of the POWRi 410 non-wing sprint series in the books, of course, on your home for sim racing. It's now time for the finish line post-race wrap-up. We'll start things off with the third place man of the race, Vinny Sansone in the orange and blue number 80. Vinny, your take of Cedar Lake and getting on the podium here tonight. Pretty good show. Very fast show as well.
Yeah, good to see a few cautions, and just an up and down race for myself as the track changes, and it's always been one of my most difficult tracks. So, but it was, yeah, like I said, a few cautions there, so everybody handled it very well.
It was only 2 or 3 yellow flags. Obviously, man, the racetrack did definitely change. It seemed like it was very tacky at first, and then it rubbered up very fast in the feature. You know, your take of running the outside lane. Obviously, you were around a lot of furious racing all night long, 2 and 3 wide at times, even 4 wide, and coming back and holding off and staying out of trouble to be in third tonight.
Yeah, one of the things I'm trying to get better at is get out of the hornet's nest. But now the track, threw me for a curveball there. It took me a while to adjust myself and my car to try and get better and start to move back forward, and just not enough time, and still not good enough for Jacob up there.
Well, buddy, thank your sponsors, and we appreciate you being on tonight, third place.
Yeah, thanks to friends and family that support me, follow me, and watch these broadcasts that you guys put on for everybody, and thanks for the good show.
There you go. There's the thoughts of Vinny Sansone, number 80. He'll finish in the number 3 position. Runner-up tonight, Austin Simmelman, up 13 spots. He started this race in 14th. He will finish in 2nd. Austin, hell of a run for you, buddy. Talk about getting through the pack.
Hey, thank you. It was definitely interesting. It seemed to start in the back a lot these days. I had an innocuous issue there with my VR. It didn't work, so I didn't get to qualify, and then obviously didn't really do anything in my heat race, so I made it hard on myself. And was pretty good there late. I just I didn't really want to see that last yellow. I was in a good spot on the bottom. But that's just the way it goes, and it was fun.
It certainly was, man, and I will tell you this. We really enjoyed watching it for sure. Many times under attack, and, you know, we mentioned what was going on with, obviously, with, Sansone, yourself as always. You were also holding off some big contenders coming at you. So it was a fun race to watch.
Yeah, that's good. That's what it's all about. You know, Cedar Lake usually is pretty good in them cars, and you could run a few different lines there. And like I said, I had the bottom pretty good on that one restart. And, was kind of committed to the top before that, just because that's, you know, I felt like I could keep my momentum up and make some passes. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. Glad I could be here.
All right, man. Thank your sponsors.
Yeah, just thanks to Scott King at Scott King Designs, and Drew Neal at 19 Design, and my friends at TSR, and everybody who puts this deal on.
Up 13 spots at the checkered flag. Austin Simmelman will, of course, be the runner-up of the race here tonight at the Cedar Lake Speedway. Let's go to Victory Lane now and talk to the driver, of course, from Ohio. What a big win for this driver, just sheer domination tonight. Looked good in practice, looked good in qualifying, and the 17-year-old out of Galloway, Ohio, Jacob Denny, is the winner here in round 5. Jacob, congratulations, man. What a performance. Everything just went perfect for you tonight.
Yeah, it was really good. I mean, if you're going to win one, I'd say that's the way you want to do it. And the setup was on point all night. I didn't have to touch a single thing other than a couple turns from the heat race of the feature, and just really happy to be able to pull one off finally.
It certainly was exciting watching you, because amongst the snakes patch that Sansone and Simmelman called it, trying to stay out of harm's way and just hustle and tussle for a good podium finish, you literally dropped out in front, green flag, never looked back. You would take the green, and 2 laps later, you were second or more over the second place cars. I mean, honestly, sheer domination for the 61 tonight.
Yeah, it was good to stay out of all that racing and battling. It makes it a lot easier on yourself, and just kind of let them guys do their thing back there and just keep doing your thing.
Well, buddy, I'll tell you what, man, it's a big win for you. What does it mean to finally get a win this year on the series? And what do you think of this 410 POWRi non-wing series as we're halfway through the season? I got 5 races next week to go.
It's great. I mean, competition is insane. Everybody that races is super good and races super hard and clean. It's just fun to get to do this every once in a while.
Well, but if you got any sponsors, it's time to thank them now.
I'd like to thank Caleb Sheetsy from Sheetsy Designs for making my paints, and Service Master and FK Rodden to sponsor me in real life, and good Lord for allowing me to do racing on here and in real life.
Real racer as well at that. The driver, of course, out of Galloway, Ohio, of course, in the Service Master Clean FK Roddian's entry, and it is the driver of Jacob Denny, winner here tonight in round number 5 here at the Cedar Lake Speedway. Now that's going to do it for tonight's coverage. Man, it was fun. It was a quick night. Stick around. About 2.5 hours from now, 11:15 Eastern time, we are back here with coverage. Samuel Dyer and myself of the Northwest Racing Series trucks at Richmond. That'll be fun. Short track racing, and it will be a great show. Big fun here tonight at Cedar Lake Speedway. Thanks again to Keith Bradley, POWRi, and this series for putting it together. Thanks to our sponsors, Elite Performance Industries, as well as Tim Sims, Dirt Track Simulators, and Indy Race Parts. Follow us always at LSRTV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and the new LiveSimRacingTV.com. For Charles Wooten, Jeff Stabnow, everybody at Rocket Media, I am Wes